Wake up, Daddy's home.
I'm so fucking high right now!
I'm pretty baked.
Holy shit, good morning everybody, how are we all doing? Welcome back, it is me, your host, Carbon Dobbs, and today we are finishing off Kshatriya. I know, I've been saying that the last day or so, but we're actually going to finish him off today. We've been doing all the panel lining late last night, we got that all done, started removing some of the panel lines, we got the main body done, now we just got its giant pauldrons to deal with. Got 4 of these bastards. My wife, thank you for that lurk. As always, your big support to the channel. I appreciate it. And for those of you who are tuning in here over on TikTok Nation, we are also live over on Twitch TV and over on YouTube as well. Same name, Carbon Dobbs. And my wife is messaging me. I apologize. My wife is texting me right now. From work. From work. She should be working. But I trust we're all having a great day. It is Monday. And if Mondays were a real person, people, Mondays would be an enraged Vegeta. Remember that. But I trust we're all doing well today. How was everybody's weekend? And also, I've been getting these weird DMs recently, mainly off of TikTok, saying that people love my live videos. So, here's my thing. I don't typically go live on TikTok that often, but when I get DMs saying people like my live videos on a day where I wasn't live streaming, you know, don't lie to me like that, because immediately I'm going to delete your message and I'm going to block you. I don't tolerate being lied to. That's not cool in my books. You don't lie to people. Especially when somebody hasn't been live on a platform for over a week and you're a brand new follower. Don't tell me you love my live feeds when I haven't been live in over a week and you're just following me as of yesterday. Don't lie to me like that. I'm not impressed with it. It doesn't make you look cool. Simple as that. And as an added reminder, folks, for those of you tuning in on TikTok, we're also live over on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. Drop on by for a better view. You also get a quicker response out of me due to the TTS bots that I have in place on both platforms. Leather, my man, how we doing?
Hello there.
Ah, General Kenobi. It really pisses me off when someone has the balls, or tries to have the balls to lie to me, and I catch it right out of the gate. You can't lie to me, people. Because I can smell it. Don't lie to the content creators that you, and I quote, admire.
Sniffer said, doing all right. I had the shits for the last few hours at work. How about you, and who lied to you?
Oh, just a few people off of TikTok. Like, I haven't really gone live on the platform in a few weeks, but when I get new followers, then as soon as they follow me, within 25 minutes, I get a message saying, we love your live content. That's how I know I'm being lied to. I'm not mentioning names because I'm going to, you know, do the respectful thing and leave their name out of this. But don't tell somebody you like their live feeds when they haven't been live in over a week and a half on a platform. Because like I said, I'll just see the message, and I'll delete it, and I'll block them, and I'll move on with my life for the day. It doesn't hurt my feelings any.
I see.
Like, it'd be different, like, say, somebody from my Twitch platform, right, comes over. Yo, Diggs, we are chilling, cleaning up panel lines off the Kshatriya, and then we're gonna crack into something different. Currency, brother man, how we doing? In that brand new white tee, not even a stain on it. We are chilling, we are vibing. You know, the way I see it, just be honest with your friends and the content creators you admire. Like, yeah, it's cool to say you like their live feeds, but make sure they're actually live when you're telling them this, like after they've gotten off. Like, make sure they were actually live that day. You know what I mean?
My guy, I'm well, brother. You.
We're doing good, brother. We are doing good. I'm gonna have to get on the PlayStation Network and get together with you and Ultra at some point and chill like Bruce Lee and Tybo.
PGM_current said.
Alright, get some free time, brother. All business has been crazy. I feel you, man. I feel you. I feel you. Do you want to know how busy I've been recently? Give me a second. Give me 1 second. I'll go grab these boxes. We're gonna change scenes.
PGM_current 4:30 am midnight.
So, this is how busy I'm going to be, or have been, the last little bit. This was all dropped off the other day. So, I've been very... This is one box. Unbuilt. This is both commission work and personal work put together. And we ain't done yet. We ain't done. And then there's this. So this here is also for the client. This is filled with his personal backlog shit. This is stuff, this box here is filled with kits that they couldn't get their hands on in the US. So they asked me to put this on top of their commission build for me, and I greatly, accepted, saying, yeah, not a problem, I'll help you out. Yeah, it's, let's see here, what's in here? For my clients, like personal backlog, they got real grade gold frame Australia Watsaminu. They got the high grade crystal luminous unicorn. They got the 711 entry grade new. There's the Extreme Gundam, the Eclipse Reactor 2. Basically all P Bandais in this box. That's all this box consists of, is P Bandai stuff. That's my client stuff. Later today, after we get this Kshatriya dealt with, we're going to be cracking into actually dry assembling some of the commission build. Got a couple of IBO kits to build off for it, and then go from there. Give me a sec, folks. I gotta put the shit back. But yeah, so I'm going to be busy for the next while between my personal projects, commission work. Got lots of work ahead of me. But thanks everybody for dropping in today. I hope you're all doing well. And as another reminder, TikTok, we are also live over on Twitch TV and YouTube as well. couple of dioramas that need to get built for people. I'm going to be going back and forth between my build desk and my airbrush booth painting desk. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Your boy finally got an airbrush set up. Also got to do a paint order this upcoming week. I'm running out of AK Interactive Light Blue. I'm actually going to be getting back to the Goof Custom Resin conversion here, painting wise, probably within the next few days. A lot of that's been being dealt with off stream because I don't feel like tearing down a third of my studio and then moving it to the other desk. Just a pain in my ass. But we will be doing some painting streams here, like airbrush painting streams, I should say. Just won't be for a little bit yet. TikTok. Abby's Tiger, if you're still here, what is up? I'm doing good, man. Welcome on in. I don't know if you're still here or not. I appreciate you dropping by. I get really hyper-focused here, TikTok. Actually, I got a buddy who's 3D printing me some accessory parts for this Kshatriya. So, yes and no. I got a friend who's 3D printing me the Kshatriya Gatling gun system. We're also going to be getting our hands on a 1/35th scale Kshatriya at some point.
Diaphilither_sniffer said, I would love to have Kshatriya repaired version, but that thing is P-Band A if I remember right.
I've seen that, yes. I didn't know about that repair kit version of the Kshatriya at all until I picked this one up, and when I saw that repair, holy crap, it looks good. But like I said, I got a buddy who's 3D printing me that particular repair one in 1/35th scale, so we're gonna have that in the office as a statue. So I think it's gonna be pretty badass. Oh, Diggs, if you're still here, buddy, you'll be proud of me. I've been airbrushing. I'm stepping up my painting repertoire.
Nice, how you liking it?
It's a change, that's for sure. I'm still getting used to it. I think the hardest part for me to wrap my head around is what would normally take me about 4 hours. You know, it's definitely a learning curve, but I am liking it. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the fact that I can bang out about what would take me 4 hours to hand paint in about an hour and a half for an airbrush. kind of mind-blowing.
Diethyliter_sniffer said, wait until you learn how to do fades with it. That shit is quick. I'm horrible at it though.
Yeah, see, there's a lot of painting effects I want to learn how to do, but a lot of it requires the airbrushing, which I'm kind of glad I kind of picked up. Like, I want to be able to do that heat-treated metal. I want to be able to do, you know, like heat effects.
I'm so impatient, but just take it one thing at a time. Hardest part is learning your thinning ratios.
Oh, honestly, when it comes to thinning, like, my acrylic paints, I do 1 drop of paint to 2 drops of thinner, depending on the paint's viscosity. That's for hand painting anyway. So for my AK paints, what I'll do is 1 drop of paint to 2 drops of the Aqueous 250, or a Cryogen 250 solution. So 2 drops of that with 1 drop of the AK paint, mix it together, hand painting good, golden. But you know what? Here, let me bring up some of these parts that I've been airbrushing here. I'm gonna show you guys. I'm quite proud of this. So these are only the first coats here that we got on. So, oops, it's not how we roll. Here's the side chest plate here.
Since I use MR color all the time, it is always 115, and I'm all fine unless it is MR finisher white. That hing is a bitch.
That's just the first coat. Move that blue. Here's the other blue. We're slowly getting there. We are slowly getting there. It took me a bit to find the sweet spot with my airbrush because I don't have the regulator on my compressor where, thank you, where it doesn't keep me locked at say 18 or 25 psi. I get nothing but full force psi. So it's been interesting to learn. I gotta fix my build camera. Give me a second, folks.
Stream Elements said, get some. Diethyliter_sniffer said, regulator should not be that expensive at the hardware store. You should get one. It makes everything much easier.
Oh, I agree. I've already looked into it. It's going to cost me 20 bucks to get one. But what I'm looking at getting is this little stand that attaches to my desk that not only holds my airbrushes, but it also will have that regulator mounted to my desk on this little stand. So I kind of want to grab one of them. I've also been looking into a 2-in-1 setup for the airbrush, where it's both not only gravity fed, but it's also siphon fed at the same time, so I can swap it out. I do. Fortunately, I got that space. But fuck, what was I saying? Right, there's an airbrush I'm looking at. It's on AliExpress. It's both a gravity-fed and siphon-fed airbrush. So I'm thinking about picking up one of those and basically permanently setting it to a siphon-fed system. And use that one strictly for priming and clear coating, and then use my other brush as my workhorse to get like all my main coloring done. And then hand paint everything else that needs to be done. Because I'm a freak! I was actually really surprised with myself last night. I managed to get this all panel lined in one sitting last night. I haven't done that in a very long time.
Hey, bro.
Hey, Nix, what's up, buddy?
Not too much. Just had a very tiring day today.
Oof, rip, buddy. I'm sorry.
It's all good. You know my chair that weighs a metric ton?
You mean the one where you have to jerry-rig the seat to it? Yeah.
Yeah, so this replacement part came today, right?
Yeah.
And instead of the part that connects onto the caster's gas lift attaching normally, right?
Mhm.
It's decided to lock itself in, so I had to basically hold the caster wheel. It's made of steel too, by the way.
Yeah.
The entire caster assembly and the gas lift assembly on my lap,
Fuck.
top of the seat, while I manually screw in each individual bolt.
Fun!
Yeah. There was about 16 bolts on that chair after disassembly and reassembly.
Well, I've got some news that'll put a smile on your face.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, go check the loot section of Discord.
The widower?
The loot section.
Loot. Thy loot. Is that the big pile on the couch?
There's 2 big piles on the couch. There's 3 big piles on that couch, sir.
Gee, okay, let's go down the list. So we've got a Psycho Gundam.
Let me break this down for you. Everything, that Psycho Gundam, plus everything on top of that Psycho Gundam, that's commission. The pile next to the Psycho Gundam, that pile there is essentially a pile for my client who couldn't find those kits where he lives. So essentially, I'm doing what I did for you.
Yeah.
Scratching their back, because I'm a nice guy. Right? That right there, that's $1,100. Sorry, $1,180 after tax. Just that pile. The pile in the photo underneath is what I had ordered. So I had only ordered the Kshatriya, the sanding supplies, an Action Base 4, an Action Base 5, and the 2 cans of primer, right?
Yeah.
The rest of that, courtesy of Jason.
Figures.
Well, like, you know the orders I get in from Jason, so, like, every so often, like, I'll get freebies, right? So, like, I'll get the odd high-grade kit for free, or, you know, tools and supplies for free, right? That man's never hooked me up with 3 high grades, 2 Pokemon kits, 2 cans of top coat, and an SD kit on top of that.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. And then I'm waiting on my own gun revolvers to arrive. I got 2 of them coming for my diorama.
Nice. My wife shat a brick when those boxes got dropped off. She woke me up saying, "Honey, there's 2 large boxes for you in our living room with your name on it." I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "I think your order from Jason came in." I was like, "That shouldn't be here till, like, next week." She's like, "Well, the boxes said next day priority." I was like, "Oh, okay." So I go downstairs. Sure as shit, 2 large boxes. My wife looks at me and goes, "What's in them? What's in them? What's in them?"
It's like Christmas.
She was more excited about what was in those goddamn boxes than I was, dude.
I mean, to be fair, man, you imagine my wife's position. She's just vibing, and then this box the size of Texas turns up on her porch.
Well, that's not just one box. There was 2 boxes the size of Texas.
Okay, correct. The 2 boxes the size of Texas turn up on her porch. I'm assuming she's probably pretty spooked.
Well, she's used to me getting Gunpla orders, right? Like, in boxes varying in sizes depending on what I order.
Yeah.
I think the largest order I made was last year when I got that when I got that $500 order in. That with the real grade hot new, the Zoid kit and all that shit.
Yeah.
That was the last time I had a box like that dropped off.
Oh yeah, fun thing, I did some putty work last night, by the way.
Nice.
Not any like, what's it called? Not Miller putt though, the Tamiya
Yep.
filler stuff.
Oh yeah.
Did some spin filling. Basically, game plan is, I plan out how I'm gonna do my painting and stuff for my diorama.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do getting all of the Gundams required for the diorama first.
Yeah. Oh, it's a good thing. Oh, sorry.
It's good.
Oh.
But yeah, basically getting all of that done, so panel lining, painting, sealing, decals, all of it.
Yeah.
Then once that's done, it's then going to be building the Quiet Zero replica for the diorama with the LEDs inside.
Nice.
And then building my catapult deck. And then I just got to get my hands on some figurized, you know, the figurized stands, the ones that have like the articulation with the 3mm peg.
Yep.
Because I figure if they're fine with people using figurized effect parts and like the figurized figures that are model kits, then they shouldn't have any issue with me using them in a diorama to support my Gunpla.
No, you should be good.
And even then, it's like, my dude, what would you suggest I do? Duct tape them to the roof?
Duct tape and popsicle sticks?
Yeah, so I think they'll be forgiving. Plus, with the weight of Quiet Zero, there's no other stand that I would realistically trust to hold it up.
Yeah. Well, maybe a PG stand.
Maybe, but then it's also like really clunky and not see-through.
Fair.
Yeah. Plus, like with those simple stands, last I checked, you can also tighten them so they lock in place.
I believe so, yes.
If push comes to shove, I can always glue the joints too. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not bothered doing that once I get it in the position I wanted them.
Yeah, you just gotta remember, oh yeah, I can't pose you anymore.
Yeah, but to be fair, like, the game plan is build a diorama, hopefully win worlds, and then put it in the play case afterwards.
Fair
so
enough.
It's not too big a deal.
Oh, started airbrushing finally.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I got it. Very touch and go. It's a learning process for me because I don't have a regulator with my compressor. Like I have a gauge on it that tells me how much PSI I have, but I don't have the regulator that stops it at say 20 PSI while I'm working.
Oh, yeah.
So I got like full blown like max PSI.
Yeah.
But I posted photos in the whip section. I think I'm doing pretty good with it, and everybody else says I'm doing fine.
Where's work in progress gone?
Should be near the very bottom.
Very bottom. Ah, okay. That's finished build. Work in progress. Is that the
Goof custom, yes.
goof? Ah, the goof. Right.
I gotta pick up some more light blue because I'm damn near out. I have like a quarter bottle left. I had mathed out enough for hand painting wise, right?
Yeah,
not
but you didn't
not factoring in that airbrushing requires more paint than hand painting.
You want to know a fun story?
But oh no, it gets better. My airbrush clogged on me while working,
Oh yeah.
and I didn't realize it.
Oh, that's even worse.
So I'm working and spraying, right? Or thinking I'm spraying. And then I realized I got a clog. And then it finally lets go. And then here's the piece that I was working on. You can see it. You can see that drastic line right across.
VC chat? Because
Yeah.
then Cam's not loaded.
Oh, shit. I will have to take a photo and send it to you. Needless to say, it doesn't look appetizing.
Did it orange peel on you?
No, it didn't orange peel. You know when you spray paint and it kind of like clogs up, and then when it releases, it gets all the paint everywhere and it's not even.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine that, but on a butt flap.
Yeah, that's not pleasant.
Ryovane
Yeah, it's a pain.
said,
Yeah.
well, that's not prime.
Oh,
No,
well,
you're
that's
absolutely right, Ryo. It is not prime. It is a pain in the arse. I have to actually strip that part and redo it, which is not that big of a deal. It's just a slight pain in my ass.
I modified the sword again, by the way,
Nice.
that the custom build has. It has 3 beam saber blades that form an actual point instead of them having a gap between them.
Okay.
So the Excalibur now has a sword,
Nice.
fully built out of leftover parts and like bits from the Caliban.
Said, that's why I hate
So
it.
yeah,
With
that's
airbrushes
the plan.
lacking
So
never
basically,
flaws.
I've got 2 gun devolvers coming.
Okay.
Got a army painter ash gray primer.
Well, Leather, you also have to remember, I'm still new to airbrushing too, so I wasn't anticipating that.
And then,
But
basically
there's
after
some
that,
stuff I'm gonna have
it's
to,
pretty
you know,
much just gonna be
overcompensate for,
masking
obviously.
before priming, heating them up in warm water because otherwise it's gonna go on like shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then hopefully, if I can find my crocodile clips, I'll individually paint the arms and legs separately.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I'll be able to break them down, because I don't have enough crocodile clips or rests to realistically do that.
True, but what you could do though is break it down as far as you can go.
Restart my Gunpla collection
Yeah.
over again myself, so restarted with the MG.
Whether that's just arm from away from the body, leg away from the body, etc.
Well, not even just that. It's more like, so when you have your arms separated, right? So, for example, the Kshatriya. Let me pull this arm off, right? So, say I wanted to fully paint this off, right? But what I would typically do here is, because these two parts are two separate pieces that just kind of clip together, this section here would be glued in, so this piece here would be one solid piece, minus these. So there's your first part, right?
Yeah.
Here's the arm here. You would then break this down as much as you can, and what I would do here is leave the arm piece with the elbow joint, and then everything else disassembled, kind of thing.
Alright, by the way, heads up, I could not see any of that.
Oh,
camera just...
right. Okay, so I keep forgetting. So the shoulder section for the Kshatriya, it's, you know how the funnels kind of come over top of the shoulder? So you can pull those the bindings off, those canopies off, then the binding arms, take the arm off, the shoulder section pops off, but because the shoulder section has two pieces that clip together and kind of gravity hold a third piece, you can glue the two green pieces together for the shoulder, giving it one solid piece. You can paint that all off, and then with the arm, like from the deltoid section down to the inner elbow, you could take that all off as one chunk and then separate the forearm, like fully disassemble the forearm down, kind of thing. So that way you still have like large chunks, but still having enough of your kit broken down in small enough pieces where you can still work and get all your detail work in.
Yeah.
It's just that with your larger pieces, you can still prime them all off in one go, but then, you know, you can get your base coat of paint down when you're happy with your, say, for example, red. You lay all your red down, right? And then those accentuated parts that you want to do in a different color, you mask off all that red, and then hit everything else.
Yeah, I got some Tamiya 3mm coming, masking tape.
Okay.
And I'm basically, the game plan for the priming is I'm basically going to take the beam effects off the beam saber, custom sword made, and then I'm going to mask off all the clear and like the molded in detail pieces.
Okay.
And then probably going to have to take the head off and cover the red on the chin and the green on the eyes, because I don't plan on painting those pieces.
Yeah.
Purely because the size of them, like if it was a master grade I would, but the size of them on a high grade, it's like once it's top coated they ain't gonna know.
Yeah.
So it's not really worth the effort of doing that. So yeah, that's the game plan, is mask off the shell units in the arms and torso, paint them rather, and then yeah, basically spray the entire thing grey. The insides will still be the original colours, so I know what I'm doing, and then figuring out the rest as I go.
Nice.
But last night was basically putty filling, sanding, and prepping for priming.
Yeah, basically getting it ready.
Yeah, pretty much the game plan is prime it, see if there's anything that needs sanding, sand that, reprime it until it's clear.
Guess what I'm... Oh, sorry, go on.
You're good. And then once that's done, it's then going to be, color palette wise, it's going to be German grey, sort of matte gunmetal grey, a pale grey, and a white.
I dig it.
Yeah, and then I'm thinking maybe either metallic navy or regular navy for the big blue arms, because I want them to stand out.
Okay.
And I might also do the pink accents from the Lafresh parts on the shoulders and like leg units in that blue as well.
Okay.
But with masking, I can basically pretty much paint this entire thing in completed segments without having to fully disassemble it, which is nice.
Yeah. Well, I wish you the best of luck.
Appreciate it, because this will be my first time painting with rattle cans instead of airbrush, so that'll be an interesting experience. I'm also going to be doing it outside in the freezing cold British.
Okay, recommendation for rattle canning cold outside. Bring hot water outside with you.
Yeah.
And put your can in the hot water. You don't want it overly hot, but like.
I want to like lukewarm water.
Oh, you want it warmer than lukewarm.
Okay.
You want it basically borderline tea kettle water.
Okay. And then I'll add some ice cubes to help balance it out a little bit.
I think the Frigidaire will help balance it out, sir.
Yeah. and then I can put that in a Tupperware container and put it in, like, because we have these, like, baskets on the house.
Or
for, like,
you could just be as ballsy as me and just do a quick 10-minute run, come back inside, let the can warm up, go back out for another 10, just keep going back and forth, back and forth.
That's true.
But that's just that's a headache and a half, and I will say that because I've done that. It's a pain in the ass to do it in piecework.
To dry it quickly, I'm probably going to hit it with a hairdryer from a distance.
Yeah. Set it to level 2.
Yeah.
With set it on level 2 heat, high volume blast.
Yeah.
But also double check, make sure your filter on that thing, on your hair dryer, is cleaned out. Otherwise, you're gonna get possible debris being thrown back at your face. Believe it or not, I never knew how clogged a hair dryer could get until I cleaned out the filter from mine. Holy fuck!
Oh yeah, I had to clean out the Dyson hair dryers one the other day. It was fucking horrible.
Dude, I could make my dad a wig with the amount of hair that was in it. I was like, ow!
Oh yeah, it's gross. But pretty much the plan is honestly I'm kind of excited to see it flat prime grey with the shell details still there. I think it's gonna look sick. Like it's like sort of fresh off an assembly line with just its like shell units.
Yeah. It's gonna be dope as fuck, bud.
It will be. I'm definitely stepping up my game this year compared to last year, but to be fair, I chucked my GBWC engine together in like 2 months.
I'm probably gonna enter GBWC for 2025.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I want to put like a solid 2 years on my build.
That's fair.
Because like I still want to decide what I want to do as my entry. I don't know if I want to do an MG build or a high grade, or you know.
I mean, even if it's just like you paint the SD for practice to enter this year, man, that might be worth doing just to get the pin and everything.
It's not even about the pin for me. For me, to enter something like that, it's not about winning or losing, in my opinion. Like, yeah, it'd be great to win. And I know I'm probably going to sound really cliche and cheesy for saying this, but like, I don't care if I win. What I care about is to see how I do as a builder compared to seasoned veteran builders who have been in this hobby for far longer than me.
Oh yeah, that's literally what my mindset was when I applied to last year. And that's why when I've come back from Japan, I've applied myself way more in terms of customization with this year's one. Also been chatting with Simon on Instagram too.
Simon's an awesome dude. If you like, that guy has so many tips and tricks.
Yeah.
I talk to him every now and then for hand painting, but now that I've been gotten into like this whole groove of resin converting, I'm glad I have another friend who primarily focuses his attention on resin converting.
Yeah.
So it's always good to have, you know, the help of other builders who have been doing certain projects for far longer, for definitely for advice and shit.
It helps put like everything in perspective, at least in my opinion.
Oh, 100% agree.
Also, by the way, just a heads up to you if you ever pick up, I think this is the Lafrit. Wait, hold on. Okay. Yeah, this looks like it's the Lafrit runner based on what I just read in Hiragana. If you ever need really tiny, I think there are, I want to say, about maybe 0.5mm pegs.
Okay.
Storyface,
I started building Gunpla right when the pandemic first cracked in, so
little gates
you know, when everybody was
like
dealing with those
craft knife.
pesky, you know, COVID lockdowns is when I started building.
0.5mm hole and bridge the two pieces.
So I've only been building for like, this is probably my 4th year going into it now.
Honestly, I think definitely a skill that I would recommend to anyone in this hobby, and I think you're probably going to agree with me here, is don't feel like you can't use runners in your piece, you know?
No, I
like
agree.
if you're...
Look, there's somebody out there who's used runners for a full-on display stand action basis. Hell, I saw somebody take their old runners and make a bust out of it. I was like, how?
Yeah, that one guy was in like an RX-78 too.
Yeah, yeah, it was a grandpa. I was just like, I gotta learn how to do this. I need to. I want to try this.
Oh, speaking of, I have news, by the way.
What's up?
I don't know if I told you already, but I'm gonna get my trophy by the end of this week.
Nice.
Super excited.
I'm a buddy of mine, Driz, is actually 3D printing me a 1-to-1, like a human scale beam saber hilt
Oh, that's awesome.
for the Kshatriya. I asked him to print me off too, with the one for the beam effect. Oh shit! B42 Ray coming in. God damn! What's up, guys?
I might have to dip in a minute.
Yeah,
Dubs, I just got home, but
Yep.
before I guess what else is in my order? I forgot to mention.
What?
Because I wanted the decals to look super
B42,
clean and
what's
nice.
up,
I've
guys?
got both the Witch from Mercury second set, the one that has the Joel Jaturk's house's decals.
Not a clue. I haven't seen Witch of Mercury yet.
Ah, fair. All you need to know is, you know the red chunky boy?
I'm pretty baked.
Yeah, it's that company's set of decals.
Ah, okay.
On the sheet, and a bunch of other nice technical ones.
Manage, Captain. The stream
And
is
then
going
I've
very
also
well,
got
sir. Thank you.
Real great, I think it's Hainu water slides as well.
Oh,
They have super
I need
detail.
those.
And the best bit is, I'm not even using them on the Hainu, I'm using them on my custom because I feel like they would give the right kind of like, this is a high performance machine that needs like tons of, here's what this kind of stuff going on.
Yeah.
I am gonna have to dip though, Mum's coming into the lounge.
Alright, buddy. I'll catch you later.
Yep, see you later. Bye.
Doing good, guys. We are chilling, putting in the last little bit of work on this high-grade Kshatriya, which is one beefy-looking model kit. Just cleaning up the last bit of panel line work that we put in last night, making it look nice for the shelf, and then we're gonna crack into a fresh build. How we all doing, friends? Welcome on in. Oh.
Kiefer Faustus said, "Hi."
Fedora Faustus, how's it going? Welcome on in.
Stream Elements said, "Come hang out with Dobbs and the rest of his friends over in at Lagrange 00 where you can stay up to date with everything that we have planned. HTTPS Discord GGEJRUMFSA5R."
That's right, folks. If you're a Gunpla builder, or a model builder, a gamer, a streamer, or whatever, and you're looking for friends to hang out with, come on hang out with us over at Lagrange. We host build nights almost nightly. Let's try to host community game nights.
Hey guys,
And even the odd movie night.
his own merch store. Well, guess what? It's true. Click that link and grab yourself some sweet swag. HTTPS store streamelements.com carbon dogs. Stoli Hourfis said, "What was the first kit you built?"
Stole. My first kit was the high-grade Fenice. And then after that, we got into the high-grade Sandrock. And then, oh god, I don't remember what we got into after that. I know my first master grade, though, was a Strike Rouge Oratory. I want to get another one of those kits because it was a lot of fun. And then I probably got into painting and customizing my Gunpla kits about 6-7 months into the hobby.
Diethylither_sniffer said, "I just went for a pee and I have blood in my urine. Oh no."
That is definitely oh no. Dude, go to the hospital. Get that looked at. That is no bueno.
Stoli Hourfis said, "Have you built any RG?"
Oh, I've built numerous RGs at this point. Name me an RG and I probably built it. First RG was the Tall Geese.
Stoliaurvis said, I'm working on the unicorn right now and can't say that I'm having fun with it.
I've heard the unicorns are very hit and miss. Like, I've got the Banshee real grade. Be careful with the shoulder sections. It's going to be very tight, so posability for those is going to be very difficult. They are very fragile, and I've been told that they will break. There are metal replacement parts for those joints, or sorry, third-party parts that you can get for those joints. Where you can get them, I'm not too sure. But it is a good kit. Holds up very nice. Alright guys, I will be right back. I'm going to make myself a quick cup of coffee.
Stream Elements said, get some. Ryavane said, a quick pot of coffee. Diethylither_sniffer said, okay, it might be because of the cortisol I had to take.
Alright, I am back. Oh no, not a quick pot of coffee. I'm out of the percolated stuff, so it's instant. I have to boil the tea kettle. Well, Leather, double check with your doctor to make sure though. Because that could be signs of something else. Oh, what am I doing? Ah, Shadow, thank you for all those likes, dear. How are we doing today? Time to clean off 24. Time to clean off 24 of these little buggers. I'm not looking forward to it. Each wing holds 6 of them. Yeah, this is still got to clean off their arm.
Sniffer said, I know I'll have a doctor look at it tomorrow or today if my mother tells me to, but it was only mildly orange.
Only mildly orange? Okay, then at that point, you could, that could be dehydration as well.
Diethylither_sniffer said, well, cortisol can cause a reduction in ruin production.
I still say have your doc look into it, because you just never know, right? I'd hate to hear about something happening to you, man. Hope you get another shower back in a bit. Alright, Shadow, we'll catch you later.
Diethylither_sniffer said, that is very kind of you. Also, I think you are the best Gunpla streamer on Twitch and one of the few remaining AUGs.
Oh, I wouldn't say I'm one of the best Gunpla built streamers out there. There's others out there that have a more active chat feed than I do. I'm just some quiet dude who sits in the corner. I appreciate the compliment, though. And I've noticed that there's been a drastic drop off in Gunpla streamers on here on Twitch. It's been a rapid decline over the last year and a bit.
Diethylither_sniffer said, well, 50 of those are furries, and well, they are furries. I agree. I miss Atomisk and Gunpla Neo.
I miss when Miami was doing Gunpla. I miss Wicked Jackster. I miss Goldie Zero. Like there's a lot of OGs that I miss still that don't really stream Gunpla that much anymore. I haven't seen Jax on stream in almost 2 years now.
Diethylither_sniffer said, well, Miami is really funny, but he at least remains as a streamer.
I agree. He does more Lego building and video game streaming nowadays. I've noticed. Well, when I told him I got into airbrushing, the man damn near had a heart attack. Was it, have I been out of Gunpla, out of the Gunpla hobby for this long that you're now airbrushing? What the fuck?
Diethylither_sniffer said, I got a controversial opinion. Lego is not really makers in crafting.
It is and it isn't. Is Gunpla makers in crafting? Because I see both Lego and Gunpla having similarities. They both come in pre-colorized plastic. They both require an instruction manual to assemble. They both come with stickers. The only difference is one requires tools, one does not. Ah, Gold, we were just speaking of you.
Needs more lube, though. Diethylither_sniffer said,
We were just talking about you, bud.
Manual skill to finish the product. Lego doesn't involve filing and sanding.
True, true. I can agree to that. Gold, we were talking about you and a few other Gunpla streamers that are no longer streaming Gunpla and or streaming in general these days. There's not many of us left.
Goalies0 said, well, I'm hopefully back on the wagon this week.
Oh, I hope you are, bud.
Diethylither_sniffer said, the quality of the finished object is not dependent on personal skill with Lego. With Gunpla, very much so. Goalies0 said, finally got a couple days off to finish off the old OBS rehaul.
Nice.
Stream Elements said, get some.
I've been messing around more and more with that airbrush that I got. Getting a little more familiarized with it. I'm gonna make a paint order here once I get my Twitch payout, because I need some more light blue. I'm damn near out. So I gotta pick up some other colors too while I'm at it. Maybe some primer.
Goalies are 0. Said. Hells yeah man, can't wait to see what you can do with that airbrush.
Well, sir, if you check the whip section of Discord, of my Discord, you'll see what I've been working on. Actually, I'm pretty sure I sent you DMs. Actually, screw it, I'll just tag you in the post. Give me a sec.
Goalies are 0. Said. I see it.
It's not bad, eh? Not bad for my first runs.
Goalies are 0. Said. Not bad at all, gotta get a feel for it, but after a few spray downs you'll get it.
Well, the only issue I'm having right now is I don't have a regulator for my compressor. Like, I have a gauge, but I don't have a regulator for it. So I got like nothing but full blast PSI, so it's been interesting to find the sweet spots every time.
Goalies are 0. Said. Yeah, moisture trap.
Oh, I have a moisture trap. I've got the moisture trap. I just don't have the regulator. I'm gonna be picking one up soon. I want to get there's a stand that mounts to my desk where I can have my regulator attached to it, and then it'll hold my 2 of my airbrushes. I want to get one of them. I think it'd be very beneficial for me.
Goalies are 0. Said. Nice, gotta put some rims on the compressor too.
Nah, compressor don't need rims. That's what the cinder blocks are for. Got enough issues with my fucking compressor dancing around. I actually might just invest in buying a cinder block and putting your brick beside it so it stops fucking moving. That thing fucking dances.
Goalies are 0. Said. The spin-in rims help balance the air with gyration and shit. Goalies are 0. Said. Yeah, I got mine on foam pads.
Mine has suction cups, and those suction cups don't fucking work whatsoever. They fucking suck. Not in the way they're supposed to work. Not in the way they're supposed to suck.
Goalies are 0. Said. Just sit on it while you use it.
Ooh, tempting.
Goalies are 0. Said. Tickle the beanbag.
Get the coin purse a tickle.
Goalies are 0. Said. Jingle them coins.
Give those jelly beans the... Give the jelly beans a jiggle.
Goalies are 0. Said. LOLOL.
I mean, goalie, you and I can go back and forth with this. I know we can.
Goalies are 0. Said. Oh, weekend, and as much as I love getting paid to make nutsack jokes live, I do actually have to get some work done.
Alright, man. I'll catch you later, goalie.
Said. Have fun, man.
Leather, I appreciate that compliment you gave me earlier, man. That makes my day. Thank you so much.
Diethylither_sniffer. Said.
Well, then get your shit together.
Jesus
Get it all
Christ!
together.
Gundam fan! My guy! How was your stream, homie? I was just watching you earlier.
Take it to the shit store and sell it, or put it in a shit museum. I don't care what you do. You just gotta get it together. Get your shit together.
Welcome, Raiders. My name is Carbon Dobbs. If you don't know who I am, I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch and on YouTube and over on TikTok. That means I stream all sorts of things. You name it, I'll play it. But nowadays, I focus my time and attention on Gunpla. And since you're from Gundam fans stream, I don't have to explain what Gunpla is. Welcome in, everybody. How we all doing? Keenan, you degenerate SOB, how we doing? Today we are finishing up the high-grade Kshatriya, where last night we sat and panel lined the entire thing in one sitting, and I'm surprised I did it. So today we are cleaning it up. We just have its armor, shrouds, things that have to be cleaned up. That's it. And then we're gonna crack into something new. Oh, God. Doing well, just chilling. How goes? Doing the same, man. We're just chilling, vibing.
Said, on one sitting my brain would explode.
Yeah, I started it last night. Like, last night it was my D&D night. It was supposed to be on Saturday, but a couple party members couldn't make it out. So we had to reschedule for last night. So I started cleaning the panel lines up. Or, sorry, started panel lining this, I want to say, an hour before my stream. Fired up around 8 o'clock. So we started panel lining at 7. Finished panel lining at 1:30, 2 o'clock this morning. And then, no, sorry, we finished panel lining at like 11 o'clock, 11:30, and then we started removing the panel line work around almost midnight, stopped around 1:30, and got basically the main body all cleaned up and picking up where we left off last night. Ironically enough, it's where I left off on stream the other day, where I was building the funnel effects. So, yeah. It's been fun. Oh, I think my doggo is wanting to go back upstairs to the living room. Give me a second, folks. Alright,
Stream elements. Said, come Come hang out with Dobbs and the rest of his friends over in at Lagrange 00 where you can stay up to date with everything that we have planned. HTTPS Discord GGEJRUMFSA5R.
My dog is so confusing sometimes. Oh, if I could pronounce your name, Perithion. If I'm mispronouncing your name, I am apologizing. So sorry. I am working on the high grade Kshatriya. Just removing some excess panel liner, getting it all cleaned up. But working on this chunky SOB. I apologize about my delayed response. And is that a Spooder Queen I see in there? Hi, Spooder. Okay. That. I'm gonna also clean up all of these. Ironically enough, like, I am thinking about a paint scheme for this thing. Just don't know where, if I'm fully set in stone on it. I do know I want to use some blacks, some reds, some browns, some silvers. Don't know what else. As an added reminder, TikTok, for those of you tuning in, we're also live over on YouTube and Twitch. Drop on by for a better view. Plus a quicker response time for me.
JB1985 said,
JB, what's up, buddy? How we doing? I'm just chilling, cleaning up the panel lines off this Kshatriya, making everything look nice and clean.
JB1985 said, take a little break from build.
Oh, what are you working on?
Gundamfin7 said, sorry to drop and dash, but I need food. Have a great stream, dude.
Hey man, no worries. I appreciate the raid. Grab yourself some grub. Catch you in a bit. I know it's getting late for you over there.
JB1985 said, Kodabuki Yamegami device Suzanawa.
Ooh. Got me one of those Megami device girls as well. I got the oh god, what's her name? Homura Ninetales? Yeah, let me grab her. Where is she? Is she reaching the display shelf? That's the real question. No, she is not. She's buried in the back of my shelf. I'm not getting up to get her. It was a fun build. I unfortunately lost a piece to it though. I lost the shoulder blade piece on the back. I don't know where the hell it went. Kind of yeeted.
JB1985 said, AHH nice I did the Suzanawa Suan 2 days ago.
Nice. I want to get another waifu kit. I haven't. She's the only one I have. There's one that I've been eyeing. It's like it looks like she's crossed between a Zaku. She looks like she has Zaku armament on her. So like 2 huge katanas and a battle axe.
JB1985 said, yeah, they good build.
Talked to my wife about me getting a waifu kit before I even got this one. She's like, as long as you don't name it after me, I don't care.
JB1985 said, LOL I'm song to I like me some waifu kids LOL.
Because yeah, I see it. You know, as a model builder, you should have at least one waifu kit. At least one.
JB1985 said, single. JB1985 said, no one else streamed today.
There was a few Gunpla builders streaming today. I've noticed over the last like year and a bit that there's been a decline on Gunpla streamers these days. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they're getting out of the hobby or if they're getting too burnt out or what's going on. But there really isn't too many Gunpla streamers these days. At least from when I first started 3 years ago. Sorry, 4 years ago now. Like a lot of the guys that I look up to for Gunpla building and streaming, they no longer content create. I don't think they switch platforms because I don't see them over on Kick. Don't really see them live over on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram. I don't know what happened.
Stream Elements said, "Hey guys, did you know that Dobbs has his own merch store? Well, guess what? It's true. Click that link and grab yourself some sweet swag. https store streamelements.com Carbon Dobbs." JB1985 said, "Probably they max out their space."
Possibly. Well, that is a good possibility. I know a couple of my friends that in the Gunpla community that used to content create here on Twitch. I know a lot of them, their new work schedules have them extremely hella busy. But I do hope all my friends that I used to hang out with back in the day, drop into the streams, shoot the shit, bounce ideas off each other, they're all doing well. I hope so. And TikTok, we're gonna end the live feed here. My phone's about to die. Drop by my Twitch or my YouTube channel where we're still gonna be going strong. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Thanks for all the likes. Thanks for all the support. Catch you guys in a little bit tonight. And feed off TikTok. There we go. Yeah, life is a bitch. It has its ways of saying fuck you. The fuck you are. Oh, you're gonna do this today? The fuck you are.
JB1985 said, "BRB."
Yeah, buddy. This case is breaking on me. I'm gonna send a quick message to my friend Spider real quick. think we're gonna have to give you a bath, young lady. You keep scratching like that. You know you don't have fleas. Hi, Spooter.
Will do.
Oh, you know, in panel lining removing hell. You know,
That's fair.
cleaning up all that shit that I was doing last night. Did you like
Yeah,
that?
I came a bit earlier.
Oh, I know. I saw you popping over on TikTok. I saw his use.
Figure while I was on my lunch break. It's just like, oh shit, engage.
Social activity.
Dog, I feel like shit.
That's no bueno.
Like, I really hope that I'm not catching that stupid cold thing, but I'm taking tomorrow off.
I know, Luna. You miss your humans. You've been home for the last 2 weeks and you don't know what to do with yourself. You're so bored. I know. I know, Puffles. Sorry, talking to the dog.
That's okay. She's a cute girl. She deserves it.
Oh, I tucked her in like a burrito last night. If you check the fur baby section of Discord, you see her burrito
No.
list.
I remember you saying that wifey was sending you a picture.
Yeah, I posted the photos in Discord. It's in the fur baby section.
Alright. It wants to do that. There we are. Them fur babies. Look at that cute girl.
She was in that last photo. My wife was just
it.
like, what pose do we call this? My only response was, she has engaged tortilla mode.
No, I don't have any real good ones with my babes lately. Like, let's see.
Oh, my dog is way too photogenic.
No. Like, I got a real good one of DJ showing off his nipples. Or CJ, not DJ. Jesus. No, he had a hernia on his tummy.
Aww.
So they shaved his stomach. So that way they could fix that.
Okay, 5 more grenades to fucking clean up. Oh, that's not what I want. I want the thinner, not the water.
I believe in you, sir.
Working this kit since it came in, basically.
My signal's gonna shit at this job. I figure I'd pop it for my smoke break.
Yeah. It reminds me, I'm surprised Zayu hasn't popped in yet for his lunch break. He normally does. If he sees me in Discord, he'll hit me up.
That's cool. No, I've been watching the Justice League while I do jack and shit.
I might
Well,
jump
I had
in.
one of those realizations of I don't remember all of the Justice League, and I'm realizing that I don't think I've ever watched all of the Justice League.
Fair
Just the
enough.
first couple episodes.
I think that's how I've been
Because,
feeling
like,
about Initial D. Because like I remember watching a huge portion of it. Oh shit! Sorry, Lulu's. I remember watching a huge portion of it, but I don't remember exactly where I left off. So a lot of what I've been watching seems new to me, but at the same time not. If that makes sense.
yeah, kind of fever dreamish.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of what I'm having, because, like, the episode that I'm on is when the Hawk people invade Earth.
Okay.
So, the only way for the Justice League to, like, escape the situation is they have to go out in civilians.
Hmm.
And I was like, I remember this scene vividly. I don't remember the rest of the fucking episode. Like, I have those moments of where it's just like, I remember these bits and pieces, I remember these quips, but I don't remember a single fucking episode. And it's just like, what was I on?
Sleep deprivation, THC, nicotine, possible alcohol,
Possible.
post-cum clarity.
Did you see that TikTok that was going to the branches of the whole post-nut clarity
Yeah.
of where it's what? It's post-nut clarity, mid-nut learning, and then pre-sex ignorance.
Okay.
Something like that.
Those are done. Let's get these cleaned up, and then we can move to the larger pieces. Okay. We're almost done.
Nah, but I'm gonna be getting out of here in like 2.5 hours, so I'll probably come and sit back down and chill.
Sounds
when I'm
good.
done here.
I'll be here.
I like Gouda.
So do I. Gouda and triple creamed brie.
Ooh,
Right? Right?
brie. Like, some good Munster is really nice too. In the right situations.
Take on Havarti.
Alright, hon. Well, I'm gonna hop off here, and I'll talk to you later.
Johnny.
Jana.
Okay. I gotta stand. I gotta stretch. Oh my god.
What's up, Dobbs?
Hey, Casey.
What are you into?
Cleaning up panel lines off my high-grade Kshatriya.
Nice.
Yeah, I panel lined it all in one sitting last night. I'm surprised.
I'm, sitting here crying a little bit to myself.
What's wrong? What's going on, buddy? Talk to me, Goose.
$1,243.79 to have a transmission replaced in my Audi.
You...
Yeah.
Yeah, no, my wallet weeps for you, sirs.
That takes my $1,200 car and makes it a $2,400 car.
Yup.
Good thing it's still a $6,000 car fixed. There is a silver lining, but
Still, my wallet weeps for you.
my wallet weeps for me too, because that's very pricey.
Yeah, no Gunpla for you for the next hot minute.
No, I might end up having to do this myself. Figure out a way to get it down to my grandparents on their concrete pad. That way I can
Drop the
jack
tranny and do
car
it
up in
again.
the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, do it myself.
Fuck, if I was closer, I'd give you a hand.
Trust me, it'd be appreciated because that transaxle weighs 300 pounds.
Yeah, I know it does.
Because I had to get a Quattro. I couldn't get just a front wheel drive. No.
No, you had to be a fancy motherfucker, didn't you?
Oh, you want to talk about fancy? Front and rear heated leather seats.
Okay. I could fuck with that. That'd be nice on a cold winter day.
And remote start.
Nice. I could do without the remote start. For one reason and one reason only.
What's that?
Car theft.
I live in the middle of nowhere. If somebody tries to steal my car, they're going to have a very, very bad day.
Fair enough. But you understand my thought process, right?
Yeah, you live in a city. I live out in the middle of BFE.
Yeah.
Oh.
Landed a fat freaking commission the other day, or a couple
Oh,
weeks ago.
really?
Yeah, $600. That was my
Really?
takeaway off of it. If you check
That's impressive.
if you take a look at the show thy loot section, you'll see what I'll be working on, and I'll break down the photos for you.
Which one?
Thy loot.
Thy loot. How far up is it?
Shouldn't be too far up.
Because I see a bunch of Gunpla in boxes.
Yeah, so it's from the 4th.
Okay.
Okay, so picture 1.
Kavamichi.
The Psycho Gundam plus everything on top of that is for commission. Yo, Cav.
Oh.
And give me a second, Cav, and we'll do that. We'll redeem that point in a minute. Everything to the left, like the piles to the left of that Psycho Gundam pile, that pile there is for my client's personal backlog. They couldn't find these kits where they lived, so they asked me if they could put these on top of on the top of the commission and send out to them. I was like, yeah, not a problem. The second photo, the only thing that I paid for from that photo is the Kshatriya, the sanding files, the action base 4 and 5, like just one of each, and the 2 cans of primer. The other action base, the 2 cans of matte top coat, the Pokemon kits, the SD, and the 3 Witch of Mercury kits, my sponsors love.
That is a lot of love.
And, okay, let's see if I can still do this.
I'm a little envious there, sir.
Kavamichi.
What can I say?
Said,
It's gonna be
"Missed the one
perfect.
The other day I fell asleep. It was 2 a.m.
It'll be perfect. Hey kids, you wanna see me drink this guy? Sorry, somebody redeemed a point of redemption for cartoon voice. And sometimes imperfect cell hurts.
On a plus side, I might not have to put this on my credit card if this motorcycle sells today.
Nice.
selling my 250cc for $1,500 if the guy shows up at 3:30.
Oh fuck, damn it, do that. Finally got my airbrush booth area all set up. And
Nice.
I've been airbrushing as well. I gotta pick up some more AK light blue. Damn near out.
Oof. That's always rough when you're almost out of the paint.
Now,
Especially if you use it a lot.
no, hear me out. I only bought the one bottle because this is before I even got the airbrush and shit. So I was gonna hand paint. One bottle is more than enough to do what I need to do via hand painting. Now I got the airbrush system. I didn't factor in airbrushing consumes more paint.
Yeah, you get a lot of waste.
Yeah. So I want to say a quarter of that bottle to, I want to say a fifth of that bottle is on the plastic. The rest went to my filter.
Jeez.
Mind you, that's also because I'm still learning how to airbrush as well, so like I'm trying to find the sweet spots with everything. So let's factor into that too, and I have nothing but full PSI. I don't have a regulator gauge attached to mine. I do have a gauge, just not a regulator. So it's full force max PSI, and I have to play. That makes sense, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I have posted photos in the work in progress section. I think it looks good, and some of my friends who are avid airbrushers say I'm doing a decent job, so it's win-win. And I didn't I didn't do any practice on spoons or writing my name with airbrush. I just said, fuck it, let's go.
Nice.
Because that's how I do things. I don't practice first. I say, fuck it, let's just dive in and go. See what happens. And here we go. You want to know how I got these scars? It's from all the years of Plamo. Why so serious? Sorry.
Oh, it's all good. I finally went and got some new jeans.
Nice.
I'm in a 32-32 for the first time since 2018.
Congratulations, dude. You are my waist size. Actually, yeah, you are my waist size now. Nice.
184 pounds and in a 32-32.
Fuck yeah, bud. When I left high school, I was 210 in 32-32s.
I have dropped 86 pounds in a year.
Damn.
Yeah.
I wish I could say I lost that weight healthily in a year. I lost that weight in about 4 months due to depression.
I
Yeah.
feel that 'cause
Yeah, it's a great weight loss.
I'm going through it right now.
It's not healthy, but it's a great weight loss.
Like I said, I'm going through that right now.
Yeah. No buenos, dude. No buenos.
No, with you being live, I won't discuss it, but
Well, you know my DMs are always open, homie.
yeah. Let's just say it's been a rough couple of months.
I feel ya.
Oh, I can't believe I'm this far back in line. Damn it. Sitting in the student pickup line right now. On a silver lining, though, my wife is getting a company car.
Nice.
So, yay, our driveway's gonna look like a freaking used car lot. Because we'll have 5 cars in the driveway. My Audi's sitting there; it'll run, but it won't drive because the people I traded Pew Pew for.
Yeah.
for it. They were like, "Oh, it just doesn't run." Okay, cool. So I should be able to fix that and hop in it and drive. What they didn't tell me is they lift towed it,
Mm.
and it ripped the torsion differential out of the transmission.
Oh, goddamn. Please tell me you sent them the bill for it.
Well, considering it's a done deal, it's a little late to do that.
Rip. Also, I sent you a DM, sirs.
I have to figure out where the DMs are.
Yeah, I know. It's so fucked up now. It's now at the bottom of your phone.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found it.
So yeah, that DM right there explains why I've been around a little more often.
I sent you one back. Yeah, you can see why I've not been around much.
No, I agree. No, I can understand why.
Well, I'm gonna answer your last one. Not yet.
You still gotta get proof and shit.
Well, it's not even that. I don't just want to throw away 11 years.
In my opinion, sir, she did that already.
Well, she has shown that she is actually remorseful. Like, not just because she got caught, but because she actually did it. And she's putting in the work.
Okay.
So, and that's why I say not yet, because, again, I don't want to throw away 11 years. I screwed up in the beginning. I'm not going to lie. I screwed up as bad, if not worse.
Okay.
But I promised myself that I would never end up like my mother and father. My mother's been married twice, and because she just, the way she acts, she never wanted to be alone.
Mm-hmm.
And my father's been married 4 times, divorced twice.
At this point, he's playing what Christopher Tice's dad likes to play called Rent to Own.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. I hope everything works out. I really do.
Well, the hard thing is, I've been just keeping it to myself.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had to process.
No, I get that 100%.
And unfortunately, we can't afford to get professional help, so we're relying on books.
Each other. Yeah.
And I ordered a book which should be in either today or tomorrow. I told her, I'm like, you've got to read this. Like, this is non-negotiable. this will make you understand why I feel the way I feel. Because needs have not been met for years. Like, not even once. Like, legitimate needs have not been met for years. From her to me. I was like, this is, you need to read this to understand. Because you may know what this is, but you don't comprehend and understand.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you have heard of the book, The 9 Love Languages. See, mine, actually, it's delivered already. Okay. Let's see here. Make sure I get the names of them right. Words of affirmation, quality time, and physical touch. Pretty standard, right? None of those have been met in 11 out of the almost 12 years.
Oof.
And that's what I told her. I'm like, you've got to read this. Like, you've got to understand. Because it's like, I know what hers are. I understand how to fulfill them. And I try to the best of my abilities. But there's going to come a point where I just say enough is enough. I'm giving and giving and giving and not receiving.
Yeah.
And mine are simple to fill, obviously. I mean, you can't get much more simple than that. And she thinks that quality time is her sitting on her phone while I'm laying there.
No, it's not. It's either cuddled up on the couch or watching a movie or playing a game or doing something together.
Exactly. It's actually doing stuff together. Spending quality time, as it states, together. And I mean, words of affirmation. Just literally say that you're thankful for me to be there. Just to be there, not thankful for what I've done. Because if all I am is literally a walking,
Paycheck?
Checklist. Well, a checklist, literally. Did he do this? Did he do that? Did he do this? If that's all I am, then I'm nothing. And I mean, physical touch has a very broad spectrum, but
Yep.
the fact of the matter that it's not been fulfilled in any way, shape, or form to resemble intimacy in the definition of that word, not just...
No, I know what you mean, and I know exactly where you're going with.
And like she's honestly showing genuine remorse because she keeps beating herself up over it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, look, you're gonna feel like crap for a long, long time.
Yup. It's gonna eat at you.
It's like, but here's the thing. Remember the hurt that you did? And now you have to fix it. I'm like, you took almost 12 years of trust.
It threw it out the fucking window.
Well, I didn't say that. I'm like, you just flushed it down the toilet in an instant.
Yeah.
Because of one stupid, idiotic decision.
And you know what? Unfortunately, that's all it fucking takes.
Exactly. I'm like, look, I screwed up in the beginning. I know I did. We were still getting to know each other. So, the betrayal, while yes, it was bad, is nowhere near as bad as oh, I'm going to be with this person for 11 years, almost 12, and then say, fuck it. But I did talk to my therapist, and my therapist is the only reason I didn't, file the paperwork.
Okay.
Because when I was describing, my wife, she was like, she's self-destructive in nature. She had such a poor upbringing by her parents that she will, anytime the way you show love, anytime you try and show her that, she's constantly on guard because it's the way she was raised. She was never raised to receive love in that way.
Huh. I know that feeling all too well. Sorry. Born and raised Army brat, you know this.
Oh, it's fine, but she was like, yeah, she's trying to self-destruct the relationship. That way she goes back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
So, as per my therapist's, recommendation, she got a book on self-love.
You gotta love yourself first before you can love somebody else, as they say.
Exactly. And that's what I told her. I'm like, I get it. There are things about yourself that you don't like. Her weight being one of them. Ever since, she had the kid and was diagnosed with PCOS,
Mm-hmm.
she's had a hard time controlling her weight. I get that. That's a common thing, especially for women who had what we call almond moms. If you know that term.
No, I do not.
Basically, it's the stereotypical 90s mom that was like, oh no, you can't eat that because you'll get fat. The moms that give their children eating disorders. And also the moms that don't show affection or anything in any normal sense of the fashion, or the word. It's like, look, you got to unlearn a lot of bad behaviors that you learned from your mother. Because, sorry to say, I'm not the same man as your father. I never will be. Because growing up, her mom and dad may have been married, but he was never home.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you got to realize that I will never be like that again. While I was in the Army, I wasn't home much. I was either training or deployed.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's not how it's going to be from now on. And you got to realize that. And you got to realize that fast. It's like, I get it. Me being home isn't something that's normal. Having a male figure in the house is not normal for you. But you got to realize, I'm not going anywhere. My years of being gone a lot and missing out on literally everything are done.
Mm-hmm. That's how I feel about being out of the restaurant business.
Because I missed out on my son's first words, his first steps, everything. First time he used the big boy potty, I was at work. So, and I told her that. I'm like, look, I missed out on a crap ton of firsts for my son. I missed out on a lot of our marriage because of the Army. And I get it. You were okay with me being gone because that's how your dad was. He was a truck driver. He was an over-the-road truck driver. He was gone all the time. From what I understand, he was home maybe one weekend a month. But I was like, you got to realize that ain't me. Good Lord, look at those panel lines.
Oh yeah.
Those are some deep panel lines.
Dude.
Oh, gross. All the little details there.
That's all cleaned off. I finished this off before you came in.
Oh, I know, but all the detailing.
This was one of the last things I did last night for panel lining. Actually, this was the last thing I did for panel lining last night. Ugh.
I'd say your hands hurt after that.
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah, they do.
Kshatriya's looking good, though.
I'll be repainting this at some point. But when I do repaint it, I'm going to be taking my scribing tools and deepening these channels in certain sections. Because, like, as you see here, my line kind of faded away. So I'm going to take my tool and groove in an actual channel all the way down to the tip. So that way my ink actually stays when I remove it. That one's pooched. Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta pee and make a quick cup of coffee. I am back. Oh, we lost a Casey. It's back in. Still. I'm doing so. It's okay because I'm doing sticking with that.
Stoliaurus said, I'm surprised that you panel line with Sharpies. I have thought about doing that.
Oh man, I panel line with Sharpies the Gundam markers, I personally like using Sharpies because the lines are a lot thicker, they're a lot darker, and when they clean up, it kind of goes in between like solid line work and faded work, which is what I'm a fan of. And it's relatively easy to remove. Oh shit, sorry, I kicked my stand for my camera. I only use the Tamiya's, like, I only use this stuff on painted plastic. Welcome back, Casey.
Nordic called me.
Oh shit!
Yeah, me and Nordic swapped phone numbers. God, 2021 when I first joined TikTok.
Okay.
And I haven't been able to talk to him in forever, so you know I gave him a call earlier, and his it said his voicemail box hadn't been set up yet, so I couldn't leave him a voicemail, so he gave me a call back.
Okay. I was just like, oh, Casey's gone. Figured he picked up his kids.
No, I still have 30 more minutes for that. Hoping this motorcycle sells because my wife needs new scrubs and I need my Audi fixed.
Mm-hmm. Well, I sent Joey Ganoda the photos of the fucking haul. His only words were, dude, that's a Joey Ganoda size of an order.
Of course it is. I mean, what other Gunpla connoisseur would, you know,
right?
order all that?
I was like, I told him like it was like all for commission work, and I was just like, dude, my wallet hurt, like screamed at me hitting pay, and it wasn't even my money. No, actually, my sponsor is actually beta testing shipping over the border, so that's coming very soon for you guys.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think this I think this order was a massive incentive for him to open up the border. To be fair. So I told him, I was like, he's like, who's this for? I was like, an American client. He's like, ah, okay.
On a plus note, my state is finally getting ready to legalize recreational use.
Nice.
Hey, that's a big step for this state. Let me tell you.
I think it's a big step for any state, in my opinion. Oh, shit.
I think the big deciding factor was the fact that we had 3 hydroponics farms that were literally setting themselves up for it. But for the time being, I think they were doing like strawberries, lettuce, and tomato.
Said,
all go under.
I use more Sharpies for panel lining, but I just can't stand the smell of them.
That's fair. I mean, I've never really noticed the smell off the Sharpie markers, but then again, that's probably due to years of tobacco use of smoking and killed my sense of smell.
Someone in...
Yeah. Well, a couple of people are surprised that I'm using Sharpies for panel lining.
Oh yeah, Sharpies make great panel liners, especially when you can get the
fine tip ones? Fuck yeah, bud.
Yeah.
Which is actually what I'm using right now, currently, are the fine tip ones.
The only negative I have to them is they don't actually use a black pigment.
No, they don't. It's like a very, very deep purple, almost.
Exactly. That is the only negative I have towards using a Sharpie. Otherwise, they're great. Oh, I've been working on Full Mechanics Aerial, by the way.
Nice.
I use the Sakura fine tip markers instead.
10 out of 10. I would
Sakura
recommend
fine
that
tip
kit
markers?
hard.
Ooh. I'm gonna have to see if I can get my hands on some of those.
But yeah, 10 out of 10. I would recommend the Full Mechanics Aerial.
I've been told that's a really good kit.
There is not a single polycap in it.
Nice. Sorry, I just like not polycap.
_I'm_rabbit.
I don't knock them because I
just
like
get them from
polycaps,
Amazon
but at the
super
same
cheap.
time, they wear out extremely fast because the rubber stretches.
Okay. And Rabbit, I will look into those for myself on Amazon. Good to know. Okay, that's one bind. That's 2 binders done. More to go.
But yeah, that is the one upside. Not only that, the eyes, there's no decal for the eyes.
Okay.
It's molded in color, and I'm like, oh my god, this is heavenly because it is molded in color. I don't know about you.
Well, see, that's the thing with the aerial kit. Like any kit, high grade kit from the Witch of Mercury line, they don't have polycaps. So I would naturally assume they would use the same formula or method for their full mechanic line for it.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they get, like, I think the Far Act is a really cool looking mobile suit. I don't know if you could call it a Gundam. I'm assuming it has the gun format in it. But the high grade lacks any real detail.
The high grade aerial?
Like, you know, no, the high grade Gundam Far Act.
Oh, I've never built that one. The only Witch of Mercury kit I've built is the aerial and its flight pack. Although
Like,
I have
I know-
those other 3 WOM kits in my backlog.
When you open it up, you'll notice, like, Gundam Aerial, the high grade, has really, really good detail.
Mhm.
Far Act has extremely smooth panels with no panel lining.
Just means it's good for panel line scribing.
And I know it's a model, and I know that the plastic colors 99% of the time are not molded in the correct color of plastic. But this one seems really, really off.
Stoliaorpus said, I built the ferret and it was
It
awesome
just
in my
seems-
opinion.
How do I explain it? It seems cheap, if that makes sense.
Still Your Face says they built the Far Arc. They said it was great.
Like, the build itself was fine. I didn't mind the build. But it just felt cheaper for the price that I paid. Like, I've had entry grades that have better detail and better color separation than the Far Act did.
Okay.
That's my big thing is, you know, I loved the way it built. Don't get me wrong, that is a sturdy built Gundam. It literally fell off of my computer and the hand popped apart. That was it. Like, that's the kind of, you know, quality that I would like out of even high grades now. But it was just the colors for me that really threw it off, and I may build it again, except this time I may actually paint it myself and scribe some panel lines into it because it just looked very
Bare?
cheap.
I wouldn't say it would look cheap. I think it would the better word to use would be like bare and empty.
Well, I'm using cheap because I paid $30 at Hobbytown USA for it. And when you can get a $13 entry grade that has better detail than it, you know, it may not have all the weapons, but, you know, the detail is better.
Yeah.
That's my big thing is I would expect to give like $15, $16 for a kit that had this low a detail. That's just me though. I mean, that's one builder's perspective. You could build it and have a completely different build experience than me. I enjoyed the build process, but I didn't enjoy the quality of the kit. Like, after it was built. Because I look at it and I'm just like, you need water slides or something to break up all the purple. Because it looks like a gigantic, prickly grape.
Angry grapes. The grape of wrath.
Yes. But like I said, the build itself was solid. You couldn't ask for better build quality. Especially once you get all the nubs off of it and everything's fitting together perfect. That, you know, a lot of high grades have loose fitting parts in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. There are lots of high grades out there that have loose fitting parts. IMEO kits!
This one has, like, very, very tight joints and everything. So I won't complain on that aspect, but just the level of detail that they left out that could have been put into that kit really, you know, marks it down as a meh kit. Oh. I've got to get rid of this car. My Mitsubishi.
Ah, the Mitsubishi.
It really is. It's...
Sorry, every time a lot of my friends out west, when I was living out there, their first cars were the Mitsubishi Lancers, because everybody out there was like big into the drifting scene and the car racing scene out there. So it was like lots of JDM cars. But there was in the parking lot on the weekend, on the Friday or Saturday night, there was always at least half a dozen Land Evos sitting in the lot.
This one's the 3000 GT.
Ooh.
It's legitimately the 90s flagship model for the US. Like, I mean, they even went so far as to hand wrap plastic panels for the interior with a padded vinyl. That's how far they went on these cars. That's why I call it a flagship, is because go out and buy an Eclipse. Those same panels that are vinyl wrapped in this car are plastic. Like, I promise you, a 98 Eclipse, the interior quarter panel pieces are 100% plastic. But this car, just like every other 90s Mitsubishi, the valve seals are leaking. I've got oil leaks out the wazoo on the engine.
Sounds like a fucking Subaru. Sounds like a fucking Subaru. No, wait, they have transmission issues.
I was gonna say
those are
Subarus
transmission
have
issues.
4 cylinder issue. Well, they also have number 4 cylinder issues.
Well, that isn't. No, it's the Land Evo that has the misfiring system.
Well, the Impreza was one of, well, technically, any car that was used in WRC could be equipped with a misfire system.
Oh, well, yeah.
I mean, even a 3000 GT VR4 could be equipped with a misfire system because it's all-wheel drive twin turbos. All the misfire system does is it basically creates a backfire in the exhaust manifold to keep the turbo spooled up when you let off the throttle. It's also known as anti-lag.
I like calling it the misfire.
Well, it technically is a misfire, but it's a controlled, deliberate misfire. I can't deny, though, even though this car is smoking like a freight train and leaking oil from every orifice on the engine, I mean, it still starts up and runs like a dream. And I got almost 201,000 miles on it. Literally, my ride home, I will hit 201,000.
Damn.
Because I'm at 200,975. I've put almost 13,000 miles on this car in 2 years.
Jesus Christ.
While my wife has put almost 30,000 on her car in a year. Driving back and forth to work because she's a traveling ophthalmic technician, meaning she works with eyes.
Mm-hmm.
She does what the optometrists and ophthalmologists don't do. But yeah, she's put 28,800 miles on her car in a year. Because we bought it with 1,200 miles on it. And honestly, I should have told them that they're going to sell it to me for used market price instead of new market price because it had 1,200 miles on it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm sorry, if you have a brand new car come on the lot, I think it should be illegal for managers and all them to drive them back and forth from home to work.
Agreed. Because that's putting stress and wear and tear on the engine.
Exactly.
That's how things like front oil seals getting blown.
don't remind me.
No, that's what happened to my dad's truck when he pulled it off the lot when he paid for it. As soon as he bought the truck, he drove it out. He didn't even make the front tires just left the parking lot. Blew the front oil seal. Dodge Ram 2500 turbo diesel Cummins.
I don't think that was the dealership's fault. I think that was a screw up from Cummins. Because I've never heard of a Cummins turbo diesel doing that. Ever.
What? Blowing an oil seal, front oil seal right out of the gate?
Yeah. Like, seriously, my grandfather had a 94 12 valve turbo diesel that, well, yes, the engine leaked oil. It leaked it from the valve covers and the oil pan. But there was not a leak anywhere else.
Yeah.
And the valve covers are as simple as popping the hood and pulling all 6 of the covers off and putting new gaskets on it.
Yeah. But no,
He bought like 83 or 4,000 miles on it.
Dad bought the new truck, couldn't even drive it home. Got a temp truck for the time being. What was it? A year and a half later, almost 2 years later, my dad's getting ready to go to work. It's like 4 a.m., right? Dad goes outside, sparks up a smoke, opens up his driver door, notices that there's snow in his cab.
Uh-oh.
Looks into the back middle window was smashed out.
Oh.
Buddy tried to hotwire my dad's truck.
Oh.
Here's the problem for the guy. Buddy didn't know that Cummins puts a kill switch in the engines.
Oh yeah.
Killed the engine. Buddy killed the engine.
Jeez.
Here's the kicker. 2 weeks after this incident, no, sorry, not 2 weeks, about a week after this incident happened, truck gets stolen in the city that my mom and dad live in. It's a 14-year-old kid that boosts this truck. The person, the 14-year-old, unfortunately loses their life because they wrapped their truck, that stolen truck, around a telephone pole in the middle of winter at 2:33 in the morning.
Well, I mean, it's tragic that the kid lost his life, but
Yep.
at the same time, that would be karma.
Agreed. My only thoughts, though, would be, where would the parents at the situation here? Like, why would their child be out? 2, who doesn't check on their kids in the middle of the night?
That's a good question.
I don't know, like, I'm very sorry that the family lost their child, but at the same time, you know,
Where were the parents at when this child was sneaking out?
sneaking out, boosting vehicles and stealing them, taking them up for joyrides.
See, I have the Gen Z theft deterrent in my Mitsubishi.
Stick shift?
Yes.
I love how I knew that right away. I was just like, Gen Z deterrent, stick shift.
And my Audi won't start without its laser cut key in the ignition.
See, this is what I want to do when I get my car. When I finally get my car and I get it built up the way I want it, you know, my 92 Skyline. Not only is it going to be stick, but I'm also going to put electroshock underneath the door handles.
Did I tell you what my son has commissioned me to build, which is why I'm selling my dream car? I have to build from literally the ground up a Lamborghini Aventador. Yeah, you heard that right.
Kit car or legitimate?
Legitimate.
Have fun.
Well, it is a... I'm not going to call it a kit car, because kit car, you know, implies that it's put on another car chassis.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing a full tube chassis on it.
Oh.
And I'm actually doing the molds and everything and making the body myself.
Okay.
Because I'm not giving $14,000 for an Aventador body with a wheelbase that's 2 inches too short and headlights that are not correct.
Fair.
Nor taillight openings. It is literally a solid month of 3D printing for the grill bezels, the headlights, the taillights, and there's something. I think there's a few interior parts that have to be 3D printed, just for one car.
Jesus Christ.
And I'm building 2. My son is getting a Toyota Camry powered one because he is not getting 500 horsepower as his first car. No way, no how. Because the boy happened to cross a nice little oddity in a junkyard.
Ooh.
I came across a 2007 Audi S6. Front end was smashed on it, and I was like...
Does the engine still run?
Oh, the engine ran like a top. What I did is I cut the radiator support and stuff off of it, stuck a battery in the trunk and fired it up. Because it still had the key in the car. Engine fired right to life. 5.2 liter V10.
It lives.
And I looked at the guy and I'm like, $250, right? He's like, yeah. I'm like, here you go. Shut up and take my money. I'll have the engine out by the end of the day. I just took a Sawzall, hacked the whole front end off the car, unbolted the engine from the transmission, and pulled the whole wiring harness.
And then pop the engine mount, the bolts from the engine mount.
Well, yeah, that's part of it. I didn't even keep the factory engine mounts because I'm going to have to build custom ones.
Yeah.
But I have a 5.2 liter V10 sitting in my shed right now that I paid $250 for in a junk, well, technically $350 with the ECU.
Note to self, when dealing with my car, scrapyard, best friend.
Yeah, well, we have what we call pull-in pays, where you go in, you
I know what
for
those are. We have those up here too.
And they just so happened to get one in, and I was like, I'm gonna go because it said 2007 Audi S6, and I mean you have the 3.2, the 4.2, and the 5.2 engines. So you have the V6, the V8, the V10. They didn't say which engine it was, didn't show any pictures, just showed the hood and everything was smashed up. I drove 3 hours for this engine, and on eBay right now they sell for $7,000, and I paid $350 with the ECU and all the accessories. Yeah,
that's one hell of a deal.
And to be quite honest, I could throw it into my Audi, and it would start right up. I just have to, well, it won't start right up. I have to have the ECU reflashed for my VIN number. But it would start right up after that. But I was like, V10 sound and a Lamborghini Aventador that would have a V12. I'll take it. Because the Aventador has a 6.5 liter naturally aspirated V12. That is an absolute monster at 700, I think it's 776 horsepower. But the fuel economy is going to suck regardless.
Yup.
I have a feeling I'm going to get, at best, 15 miles to the gallon out of this car, but...
If you're lucky.
It's miles per gallon, not miles per gallon. And to be quite honest with your Skyline, good luck finding parts in a junkyard for it.
Yeah, I know.
Most of those parts are imported.
I know. Oh, I know. Even if I could just find the body to one, I'll be happy. Because then I'll just figure an engine out for it. Because I was probably going to do an engine swap anyway at some point.
I mean...
Although, as much as I love the RB engine...
26.
Yeah, the RB26 engine. As much as I love it...
What if I told you I might have a way to get an R32 Skyline body for you?
I've already got one eyed out west. It's going to cost me a pretty penny. We're looking at like 50K. It's a 4-door, automatic, but I'm going to rip that automatic transmission out and bolt on a 5-speed.
Well, if it's a 92 4-door automatic, it'll have an RB20 in it.
I'm okay with that.
So it'll have the 2-liter with like, I think it's like 200 horsepower.
That's okay with me.
But what I was thinking is,
because I was probably gonna, after time, I was probably gonna drop in a 3.6 V6 into it.
Yeah.
Or 3.8 V6.
Is to have the files for said body.
Hmm.
And I can make a full fiberglass body or carbon fiber.
I'd take a carbon fiber hood.
The A pillars, the B pillars, the C pillars, and the roof.
I'd go, honestly, dude, if I went anything carbon fiber, it would be spoiler and hood. That'd be the only thing carbon fiber on the car.
Well, see, the only downside is the spoiler that I have for said car is an STL file. Granted, I do happen to have a 3D printer that is capable of using carbon fiber filament. So in theory, I could print you a carbon fiber spoiler. It's not going to have the carbon fiber look unless I wrap it. But I can have a true carbon spoiler. Because, I guess, no, wait, I have the R34. Shoot. I have the Paul Walker Skyline.
Yeah, that's not going to fit. That body's longer than the R32.
Wheelbases are exactly the same.
Wheelbase is the same, but I'm talking like body itself, like the shell is bigger and longer.
Not really. With the wheelbase being the same, that means the cabin is practically the same size.
But what about the hood, the engine bay, and trunk space?
They are slightly longer in those areas. Not by a lot. I think it's by like an inch on the front and rear.
Really? Only that much?
They didn't. The R32, 3, and 4, they did not change a whole lot.
Except for like just cosmetic wise, just to get body shape. That's about it. The contouring, I should say.
Yeah. Because the R32 proved that the car was perfect.
Yeah, it is. They don't call it Godzilla for a reason.
Exactly. It never lost a race.
Goddamn right it did.
And in Australia. So why would you screw with perfection other than updating the body to go with the style of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you look at the R32, it's kind of got that early 90s kind of angular, starting to go to the bubbly shape.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the R33, which is that mid-90s car that literally encompasses, hey, I'm a 90s car with the bubbly style. And then the R34 was like, no, let's go a little more muscular to kind of throw back to the Heikosuka. Whew.
Oh my god, my hands. My wife says we have to get a minivan first before I can get my dream car. I looked at her, I was like, but she's like, minivan first. We have more kids. I was like,
Here's an idea
I'll do
for the
2
mini.
trips.
Here's an idea for the minivan. You can always get a Honda Odyssey with, what is that? I think it's like a 3.6 or 3.8 liter V6 in it.
What I was actually thinking of grabbing was one of those Toyota vans. The old 80s ones.
Oh god.
Dude.
No, the reason why I tell you the Honda Odyssey is you can actually build the engine to 800 horsepower reliably.
That's fucking disgusting. That's fucking disgusting. That's fucking disgusting.
You want it now, right?
No, can you just imagine being at the light and then some punk in their tuned out car thinks they're cool shit and the van just leaves them in their dust?
Yeah, 470 wheel horsepower 350Z got dusted by a Honda Odyssey. I was that punk kid. And mind you, I was feeling like hot stuff at this point because I had just dusted an SRT8 Challenger.
You got your shit pushed in by a minivan.
Yep. And then when I caught up to him, I rolled the window down. I was like, "The hell do you have in that?" And he's like, "Oh, 800 horsepower at the wheels." I'm just sitting there and I'm like, "You have got to be kidding me! I just got myself dusted by a minivan." And then to add insult to injury, tried to pick a fight with the 3000 GT. I didn't know there's a company out in Colorado Springs called Under Pressure Performance. This car was specially built by them to be a streetable 1200 wheel horsepower car.
Jesus Christ.
Nice jet black 3000 GT VR4. Nice and quiet while you're sitting there at idle. Got disgustingly loud the second he took off the line. And all I heard was turbo spool. So, yeah.
Okay.
Cried a little bit.
That's number 3.
Like diesel guy.
Oh shit, I forgot to put those 2 fucking verniers in.
But yeah, it's like those diesel truck guys. It's like, oh, he's just got a diesel, it's no big deal, and then all of a sudden you hear turbo start spooling up, and you're like, yep, I screwed up.
Yeah, that's why anytime I see Cummings on the side of a truck, you don't fuck with it, or Hemi.
Believe it or not, that's not the scary one that you need to be scared of.
Raptor? Warlock?
What? Watch out for a Duramax.
Yeah, them too.
Because that 6.6 liter ain't no slouch.
You know what I'd like to get my hands on?
What's that?
A Cyclone.
Like a Mercury Cyclone?
The pickup truck Cyclone.
Oh, the GMC Cyclone.
Yeah, I want one of them.
Well, you know how you can build one, right?
Yeah, you just gotta grab a Chevy S10 pickup truck for body and drop, what was it, V8?
Nope. 4.3 liter V6 with a turbo. But it can't be a rear-wheel drive one. It has to be a four-wheel drive, and you got to take the all-wheel drive system out of a Chevy Astro van.
You mean to tell me the drive system from an Astro van will fit in a Chevy S10?
Yeah.
Fucking
You realize
mint.
that they just cut the front half of the frame off because the Astro vans are a unibody design with a bolt-on subframe that came from an S10.
Oh.
Or well, it was derived from said S10. But yeah, what are you doing, dude? Seriously?
Everything.
25 miles, 30 miles, no, 28 miles an hour. In a 55.
Oh god.
They're turning, but they had to run that slow just to turn.
All the Q-tips so far for panel line removal.
Do what?
All the Q-tips so far for panel line removal. Both sides have been used.
And 70 miles an hour.
Those off. Alright. Casey, I'll let you choose for me. Do I build the Ashroth tonight, or the Hiraboshi? Or the Hajaboshi? How the fuck you want to pronounce that IBO name?
They're off.
Ashroth? Okay. Because my thought process is this. Since I gotta do two kits from the same timeline, I might as well bang them both up at once since they're both the same frame. And I have a disdain for IBO frames. I hate them.
I just hate the waist section on the IBOs.
I don't like how exposed the inner frame is. That's just a me thing.
I actually have a plan. I'm going to get a high-grade Barbatos, and I'm going to modify it.
Oh.
I'm actually going to build a lower torso section and everything for it.
Because like that's the only issue I have with the IBO frames is they're too skeletal and too much of that inner frame is exposed.
Yeah, I've got two-part putty to sculpt a body for it.
Okay. That reminds me, I gotta get my fucking hands on some green stuff. I need some.
Uh, 115 kilometers an hour. On a country road.
Sounds about right.
Why? Because this car has upgraded suspension and can actually handle it.
Oh, so you don't get the death wobble. Good.
Nope. I just have steering that I gotta fix because it's out of alignment.
Oof. Is it pulling to the left or the right?
Pulls hard to the right.
Yay.
And it's not a big deal. I gotta put an axle in this car as well as a wheel bearing eventually because wheel bearing on the passenger side starting to make noise.
Well, if you're gonna, in my opinion, if you're gonna replace one bearing, you might as well replace all four. That's just my thought.
The other wheel bearings are new. I just haven't gotten around to putting this one in because the press it.
Hmm.
My passenger side axle is brand new, so I know that's not what's hopping.
Could it also be? Oh, fuck. The tire weights?
Tires are perfectly balanced. Like speed balanced, I should say.
Okay. I love how we're going down a checklist here. a routine maintenance checklist on a car.
Well, I know that the passenger side or the driver's side axle is no good because when I changed my lower control arm, I had to pull the axle out, and it was in 2 pieces.
Yeah, I'd say it's no good.
I've got one. I just haven't had a chance to put it in because it got wet and then cold, and now it's cold and wet.
Sounds like some of my past relationships.
So, if I still have this car by the time it warms up, it'll have a new wheel bearing and new axle installed, and then I'm going to take it for an alignment.
Yeah.
And some new shoes because, holy crap.
Oh. Colin's just came home.
But I have to hop off here because I am about 5 minutes from home.
Alright, buddy, I'll catch you later.
Catch you later.
Alright. Hey, babe.
Mute me.
Folks, I'll be right back. Sorry about that, folks. Wife just got home from work. Gonna be wrapping stream up here as soon as I finish cleaning up this part anyway, as in the other side. I'm gonna find a raid target. We can go bother for the rest of the afternoon. Preferably somebody building Gunpla. Not. I think I have an idea of who we can go bother. stretch. Oh. Oops, shit. Alright. Kshatriya, all panel lined. And looking mighty good. Okay. Actually, hang on. I can come off of that. Take a quick gander at this head real quick. I'm not quite happy with it yet. I'm not quite happy with it yet. Let's get that cleaned up. That's better. That's much better. Okay. Drop that on there. Alright, well, let's go find somebody to bother for the rest of the afternoon. Let's see. Let's see who we have. You know what? Let's go hang out with my boy Taco. I'm gonna go hit up my boy Taco. Alright guys, I'm gonna catch you all in a little bit. I'm gonna take a break, get some dinner in me, walk the dog, spend some time with the fam jam, and we'll be back later on tonight. We're gonna be building the Gundam Astaroth from the Iron Blooded Orphan series. We'll see you all a little bit later. Thanks for hanging out guys. Let's go show my boy Taco some love.